Hello and welcome to Civilization stream. So I was gonna stream Civilization. It's gonna be a little weird because I think I got rid of the music and I actually got copyright flags on their music because Civilization uses a lot of classical music, which somehow is still copyrighted. I don't know how that works, but
Wait,
alright, that's really loud. Let's just cut down master to about halfway. Hopefully that's better. And we're definitely not going to play as the Kree. Kree is way too easy of a win. So we're going to keep re-rolling until we get a challenging civ to play.
from the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps,
This is not
you
what I
have
wanted.
come far.
I got to fix this volume.
Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
Lady Six Sky, great warrior mother of Dos Pelas and Wat Cabnal, lead your people into a new dynasty. Let your reach grow long so you may conquer your enemies near and far. The gods...
Oh, didn't even save, that's why. Well, let's just bring it down there. Confirm it this time. Click back, return. Lady Six Sky of the Maya. Definitely not a difficult civ to play. So we're going to click restart. Maybe if you don't put your cities in the right locations, it would be difficult for you, but I definitely know where to do placement on with her.
From the first stirrings of life beneath
Yeah,
water,
Kree again.
to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Poundmaker, you bear the fate of the Kree without complaint. None doubt the skill of your warriors, but they rely upon your wisdom. Striking your enemies does no good if you cannot protect your homes. As the
See, I like Poundmaker myself, being a native Alaskan, or part native Alaskan, I should say. It warms my heart good that they did them well in this game. But, like I said, way too easy of a win. The Kree are great for many different things. What I use them for is an early Dom Civ, and then kind of switch over to Science. Because their scouts can easily take out a capital, a first starting capital. Let's see who we get now. Come on, big money. Give me the Netherlands or Persia. Ugh.
from the first stirrings
Dido.
of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps,
I'll play Dido.
you have come far.
I never play her.
Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle
Just
of
because
civilization
I think she's a
towards the
little too
stars.
limited.
Queen Dido, mother of Carthage.
She's great for
All your
loyalty
life you
on
faced
her
great
continent
threats
only.
and overcame them through wit and cunning.
Early
Wherever
Navy.
waves break on the shore, there your city shall
Good harbor.
rise.
I like to run
The seas are
run a
your
good water game.
roads. The far horizon is your destiny and your refuge.
Can move their original capital to any city with a Kothon they founded by completing a unique project in that city. Plus one trade route capacity for each government plaza building in the government plaza district. Plus 50% production towards district in the city with the government plaza. Yeah. Not a great civ. So, and I got a trash spawn. Ooh. It's going to be rough. And of course I'm on the water because I have Dido of Phoenicia. If you don't know much about Phoenicia, I'd suggest you take out Wikipedia and take a look. It's kind of cool. They were defeated by Rome. So they have innate dislike of the Roman civ in this game. I'm trying to think if I should... Yeah, let's see what we can do up here. That's a little bit better. I can get the production when this volcano erupts on these surrounding tiles. Some good adjacency around this mountain. Good adjacency on these rivers down here. I'll probably put an aqueduct to this river right here, so I can have a little bit more housing, population. I'm not liking this desert too much, MC, or definitely this tundra. Dido is not a tundra civ, so we are going to see what happens. The citizens of Tyre adjust to the new home and keep a wary eye on the nearby river and volcano, you should say. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Void Singers right away. I always like to run a very strong religion game. Faith gives you a lot of bonuses. I always go for husbandry as the first thing I research, and then I always do a warrior. I don't really do scouts anymore. And I'm not going to choose a Void Singers right away because I might need a money if I meet a city-state. So I'm going to keep that there. Looks like we got a river over here. I wonder how big that river is. Teeny tiny river right here. It could possibly be another city.
I am fond of pigs.
Alright. I'm going to send him over there. And let's go for mining. And let's do a settler already. I want to get about 4 cities up and running, including the capital, before the next era. My capital is really going to struggle on, because I wouldn't normally play this spawn. I would just keep rolling until I had a much better spawn than this. Is the production. We don't have much production on these tiles within our city. Just 1 production at most on these tiles is pretty garbage. So, yeah. And I can't even put down a lumber mill yet because it's so early into the game. I could put down a mine, though, on this tile and this tile, which is what I will probably end up doing.
It is not wisdom, but...
I always do extra combat against barbarians and 1 faith and 1 gold right away until we can get our first faith selector. I always go for political philosophy. So then it'll run about 5 different civics and research them for us. We don't have to worry about the tree. Barbarians up there.
When you find yourself in a...
Now we're going to do pottery.
Signy is a 250 square mile tiger trap.
Natural wonder, and we got King Arthur. Or we found him. We just have to recruit him if we want to use him. It's not a bad place for a city because I think there is a river right there. So we might actually take that next. One of the mods I'm running is so barbarian encampments can turn into city-states, and so I might let that one go unless they mess with us. which they typically will. And that's a much better starting location than our own capital, because we're gonna have to settle on one of these tiles. We could settle here. Yeah, because I would settle either on the lake here. Is it a lake? Oh no, it's sea. I would settle here on 1, 2, or 3. Fortunately, those are our most productive tiles as well, so it's going to really kill the tile that we put down on. But we can pick up these two. We have this natural wonder, which is boosting every tile with science and culture. So yeah, we will definitely go in that direction. All right, and sailing. Dido's big on sailing. So I'm thinking, normally I wouldn't spread my cities this far apart. I just don't know where the other civ is, so I'm going to go up here. And actually, we'll do a builder instead, because we need to beef up the production on our tiles in our capital.
That's the positive aspect of
Alright, so it looks like there's a wall of mountains right there. Question is, where does it start and where does it end?
It is not that life is...
Going in defensive mode because I don't know what's going to happen with this sandstorm. Sandstorms always happen over desert tiles and they could move into grass tiles. It's very uncommon for them to last long on grass tiles. So I'm going in defense mode so that if my guy is attacked or if I lose damage from this dust storm, I will regenerate some health. I kind of like... I kind of like playing with placement a little bit because I kind of like creating a safe spot for anything I plan to fish in here from any raiders from coming in this area. So I like to kind of like maybe do an encampment right here, maybe move a city over here, do an encampment up there, that sort of thing. But I'm not going to mess around with it too much here. So we ended up keeping the 2-2. There's 2 food, 2 production on that tile, which is awesome. We have 2 2s and 2 2s. So this city automatically is going to be doing better than our capital. I'm going to do Slinger just to mess with that boat. I always do Slingers to protect cities. Alright, we have the Pantheon. I like 1 production, 1 faith from strategic resources since we have so many. Typically, I do love the reinforced adjacency Pantheon. It's usually taken pretty fast by somebody who's gaining faith really fast in the game. So it is gone, and I can't take it. Another good one is the River Goddess. 2 amenities and 2 housing, 2 cities if they have a holy site adjacent to a river. That's a big one. That's a really nice one. I don't usually run into a problem with amenities, though. At least, at the end of the game. So as you can see, the dust storm kind of started over here and went over here and kind of avoided the grassland area. Yeah. By staying in defense and the barbarian just kept hitting me, I didn't lose a lot of health.
A physician without a knowledge.
And personally, I don't like this era, like this timer. I don't like going into a golden age on the second era at all. I think that really messes me up in the game. Alright, so we had our first flood on the river, because we do have some flood tiles over here. Unfortunately, ours didn't get any production. It looks like this one did. Oh, another barbarian.
Without craftsmanship. Means shit.
Go back in defense. Back in defense. So we're building a trader to start building some roads here.
I'm also interested. It was luxuries like egg.
Alright, so no iron. Dang. There's double iron over there. We might have to put a city down over here. Just for the iron that we would need. So now we have 2 government titles, so I'm going to go ahead and use that one. We're going to send this settler all the way over there. Hopefully it makes it. We got one more settler to go. Really want to get 4 cities up and going.
Money, if it does not bring...
Well, that was a free technology. That was pretty sweet. Took out both barbarian encampments. Going in defense. Oh, because they're going to try to double team me there.
Sometimes the wheel turns slow.
So I'm actually going to take him out of defense and put him in just healing mode so that he awakens when he's fully healed. And don't like to do archers until I have my 4 slingers available to quickly upgrade to archer. Definitely do a watermill, 1 food, 1 production for the city.
A strong economy.
So looks like we might not have that much tundra on our little area. Our slinger needs to be within 1 tile, only has a 1 range. So, and I'm not worried about that boat. I would be more worried about this city up here, because I just saw a barbarian boat come up there. Because your capital cannot be raised by barbarians. So they can take as much damage. It might reduce production of certain different things, but they can't be taken over. Alright, so if we take a look at this, this is going to be rough for a little bit because this is, what do they call these tiles? The plains. So, plains only have like typically 1 food versus grasslands have 2. So you really need to put down farms to get some of this production up and going. This is a nice tile with 2-1, but it is a wheat tile as well. We do have some cotton luxury items that we can trade away, which is going to be nice, provide amenities for our city. So this is actually a pretty decent place to put down a city. Only reason, again, I'm spreading these cities out as far as I am is because I don't see anyone else around. Could easily come back to bite me in the face. Okay, we can get some deer down here now. That is a bonus resource.
John Curtin, I speak for the people of Australia as their Prime Minister. We seek sympathetic allies in the fight against the hawks of war.
So John Curtin of Australia does not like aggressive civs. Oh, you wanna fuck around? Okay, that's fine. Alright, so this one, there's a horse tile right there. I definitely want to get some horses because there's a horse tile right there too. Because it makes for very good trading. There's cotton. You always want to be very strategic when you place your cities and make sure you don't just place them at will. Up here we got some honey, we got some coffee, more coffee. So I could do, and you want to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if this is where you're putting your city, this is where you count 1, 2, 3. That's as far as your city can expand out by you purchasing tiles. It can go further with culture, but it takes a lot of time. That's actually a pretty not bad location to start. Alright. So we should probably send him a delegation. Alright, formed a friendship so you can't attack me. So while tundra in the beginning seems pointless, when you start to discover oil, oil is in desert or tundra, typically. So what I did right here with my slinger, I did this little button alert. When there's barbarians within 1 to 2 tiles or another enemy force, this will be grayed out. You can only fortify. Well, if you fortify, you won't be alerted when they come within range again. So I always just skip the turn until I can click alert or until they come within attacking range. Oh man, we're gonna lose one of our mines, but oh well. I'm going to do this one plus 10 combat strength when occupying other an improvement that provides defense strength or district. So I can attack a little bit harder against them. And now we're going to move this over to Ugarit so that we can build another road. Both provide the same amount of food and production, but this one only is going to take 8 turns, so we're definitely going to do that one.
Divide and rule.
So we got to oligarchy first. And switch that out to production. So I got 2 influence points per turn towards earning city-state envoys and reducing maintenance costs by 1 gold per turn per unit. So we know, or we have a pretty good idea that Australia is up in this direction because their scouts came down. The next thing I want to click on is going to be Divine Right because I want to get Monarchy. So we get more housing per walls. I really like that ability. And this is all explored up here. So we can't do much more over here. So we're going to send this guy over here. And we got our settler in place. So we're going to put down our city right here. So we definitely, this is even a better spot than our capital. We got nice production tiles all around with food, plentiful food. This city is probably going to grow pretty fast. We got horses, we got honey, we got coffee. And we can grab this coffee eventually. So this is a roundabout really good start. The only issue with this city is typically you want to go on the coast to put down more cities. I didn't do that just because I don't know how many cities I'm going to put up here. And I could cut off the growth of the city by putting a city over here or over here. Maybe over here. I'm wondering 1, 2, 3. So if this city could get an encampment right there, that would be a nice point of defense for this stretch of sea for us to defend it. So first thing we're going to do is typically you wouldn't do the obelisk right away in a lot of cities, but since we're running Void Singers are going to produce +4 faith per turn with any city with an obelisk. I'm going to put him in our capital. Pingala is probably one of my favorites. He does quite a bit.
The Lord made us all out.
All right. So it looks like we're going to need a farm from him. And Slinger. So that's going to take 4 turns. So this is going to take 3 turns. So we don't want to do that one yet. We'll do walls. Ooh, Hippolyta. She's one of my favorites. I might actually recruit her if I run across some barbarians. So I'm going to bring him down here because we're going to have to get rid of that mine for our campus district.
Each of us is carving a stone.
There's a barbarian encampment somewhere that has a lot of boats coming from it. Now we can do that. We have a good stock of gold to pay for it. Major drought happening there, which means we definitely don't want to put a city there.
All the world's a stage.
We have to buy this tile because this city is in desperate need for food.
I shot an arrow into the air.
That's not worth it. That's not worth it. So let's do a Briam. Yeah, the adjacency here is going to be a problem. There's nothing around to really give me a boost. So I need a holy site, so I'm just going to put it here. I'm not going to get an old golden age. This is when I usually really want to hit a golden age, but it's not going to happen, which is really sucky. The blizzard damaged both of these down here, which sucks. So now another builder. All right, so yeah, I was kind of waiting for them to transition to Singapore. Well, it's not one I really want. It is one. Oh, somebody else got it, even though it was like right by me.
If bread is the first necessity.